everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Latinas Power Talk. I'm your host, Kenia Vasquez. Today's episode, guys, oh my God, my friends have been hearing me talk about this episode because I'm super excited. We're doing things a little different if you can't realize. This is the first time we're ever going to eat. And today's guest is none other than Monica Davis, better known as Monica AZ Eats on Instagram. Hi, girl.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Doing so good. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to chat and be just here with
eating
food.
I know. We have tacos here. So if you guys follow her on Instagram, which if you don't, go ahead and follow her right now. Monica AZ Eats on Instagram. She's all about showing us the good spots here in Arizona, where to go get food, where to go get tacos, pizza. And this was your recommendation.
Yes.
So we got these tacos from Mascadores Taco Shop here in Tempe. Shout out to them because they had excellent customer service when I went to go pick these up. What do you got here, girl?
So I got 3 tacos de carne asada with corn, and then I normally get cilantro and onion, and then of course some limon on the side, and of course coca.
A little Coke, which we're not sponsored by Coke, but hey, Coke,
reach out
I'd love
to us.
to reach out. Yes. And I have over here 2 sopes de carne asada and 1 taco because I've never had it. So I was like, you know what? And I have no self-control. So, and then of course we had to have our chips with guac, our different salsas here. Are you a green salsa or a red salsa girly?
Definitely a green salsa.
Green,
girl.
here you go, girl. Here you go.
Mine, yeah.
Provechito, if you guys want to join us and grab your food, come and eat with us. We're going to be eating throughout this episode. But thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Girl, honestly, you're giving us like some good spots.
Yes,
this was your recommendation.
I am. Yes.
And I was looking at your feed. How do you find these spots?
Okay, so it's a mixture of like me reaching out to places that I find that other like influencers go to that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so good. Like they put me on, and then I go and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Or they reach out to me.
Really?
Yeah. And
how long have you been doing this for?
So in October it'll be 1 year.
Barely 1 year?
Yes, that's what everyone's telling me. Like 1 year. I'm like, yeah, 1 year.
That is crazy. Did you know you were gonna blow up this quickly?
Yes and no. Like I knew because I was surrounded by other influencers that are really helping me because I couldn't do this alone. Like this is a lot of like work and dedication and commitment.
Like a full-time job.
It is. And like I think like having friends that are influencers, they literally walk me through it, like how to pitch myself and like what I should be doing and like how many times a week I should be posting. Like they gave me probably the best advice I could ever have, and I just took that and I ran with it, honestly. So
I mean, you're doing great. Like every single, like, I don't know, how often do you post?
So I should be posting every day, but I think lately I've been posting like 3 or 4 times a week.
And it's everything from ice cream spots, like just like all over Arizona too, you know? And it's like, okay. I send my friends, like, we have this group chat of like food places we want to go, and it's like, okay, this one looks good, this one looks good. And I think Arizona is blooming right now, and like people like you are actually making it so much helpful to like find these places, you know, because sometimes there are little holes in the walls that like you pass by them maybe all the time and you don't realize like, oh shit, they have like really good pizza there, you know. Good to know, and it's down the street
for sure.
But
I'll get people like DMing me like, oh, I'm coming to Arizona, I'm visiting, and thank you so much for your page. Like we checked this place out, this place out, this place out, and it was amazing. And just like, I'm like, wow, like.
Yeah, you're filling up their itinerary with all the good spots that they can go. But all right, let's dive in. Shall
let's try it out.
I'm gonna start with the taco here. So gotta get my limon. Oh no,
I need to put some limon on it.
Limoncito on
Yes,
it.
almost forgot. That's the best part, I feel like.
What are your favorite tacos?
I would have to say pastor for sure. Like if you can find a good Mexican spot that has some bomb pastor, like that's the place to go, honestly. You know? But I feel like asada is like definitely like number 2. And then like
it's safe.
Yeah. You can never go wrong with asada for sure.
And if you don't know how to do a good asada taco, I don't trust you. You know? Like
if you can't even do that, like don't even try. Yeah.
Don't even bother. This is actually pretty good. Very well seasoned.
Yeah? You like it?
Pretty good. I'm gonna have to bring my family over because I feel like it's hard to find taco spots here.
Yes, it is true.
Is it?
There's a lot of Mexican restaurants, but only some have that little touch, you know? And it's so sad too, because I'm like, you're putting a bad rep on Mexican food right now, like, you know?
Dude, I will never forget. This one girl I went to high school with, and she goes, I don't really like Mexican food. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, what have you tried, right? She wasn't Latina. She wasn't Hispanic.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
I'll give her that.
Yeah. I was like, what have you tried? She's like, Taco Bell. And I'm like,
no.
dude.
No.
That's like saying, oh, I don't like Italian food. Well, where have you been? Olive Garden. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
and I was like, no. I was like, you got to come over. Let me put you onto some good Mexican food, and then you can really see if you like it or not. Because I'm like, no, that doesn't even come close to Mexican. Like, a hard-shell taco, that's, like, non-existent in Mexico.
For sure. But I feel like you have to, like, if I'm going to go find something in a different culture that's not mine, I'm going to go where they go. Yeah. So if I go to a restaurant and let's say it's, like, Vietnamese food, and I see there's a lot of Vietnamese people there, best believe they know. Yes. Yeah, they're like, I know this is a good spot.
This is super good. But, good stuff. Yeah. So what got you interested into doing, like, all this food stuff? A food page.
It all started when I wanted to get into marketing. And I got offered a position at a Brazilian steakhouse. And I was their marketing coordinator for a little bit. And I was like, I need to reach out to all these influencers and have them come in and try the food. Like, it's amazing. They're going to love it. And so that's what I did. I started, like, going on Instagram, doing my little research.
Yeah.
And finding, like, the best influencers and inviting them in and just chatting with them. And then they would come and I would host them and I would check on them and I would make sure that everything is good. And then I ended up becoming really good friends with one of them. And then I would, like, model because she had her own agency. I would model for her. I would model for another agency, a marketing agency. And I just started making friends with all these people, getting more invested in marketing and, you know, working with both marketing agencies. It was amazing. It taught me so much. And my friend was like the influencer. She's like, you should start your own page. And I was like, you know what? Like, I should, like, you know? And that's the friend that I was telling you about that, like, really, like,
helped you?
Helped me so much. Like I said, like, I wouldn't be where I'm at without her, like, without her help. Like, obviously, it's my hard work and my dedication, but it's, like, the importance of, like, having friends that are doing what you're doing or, like, surrounding yourself with people that are doing what you want to do or, like, you know?
Are you a native of Arizona? Really?
Born and raised here, girl.
Born and raised. ¿Dónde es tu familia?
My mom was born in Sinaloa.
Okay.
And my dad was born in Chicago, I think.
Okay. So, do you like a lot of mariscos then?
Yes.
That's why you told me about the fish tacos. Now it makes sense. Okay.
I do.
Really? I don't know. I don't like fish that
much.
No, I don't. What's, like, your favorite?
Let me put everyone on right now.
Okay, let's see.
So, if you like food from Sinaloa, there's this spot that I found. Actually, they reached out to me. It's called Tacos y Mariscos. If you know, it's right by the Tufesa. You remember the little Tufesa, like, bus station in Phoenix?
So by the airport. It's not by the airport?
I don't know. I would have to look up the address.
Manny, it's not by the airport? Oh, by the 17.
By the 17.
Okay.
So that food legit reminded me of my childhood. Like, every single dish, like,
authentic as it gets.
So authentic. Like, I took a bite and I'm not even kidding. Like, it brought back memories of being in Mexico. I'm not even kidding. Like, the food, like, just reminded me so much of family and that time of being young in Mexico. And
and nostalgia again.
Yeah, like, the food identical. And, like, some of the ingredients, like, I think it's the cheese. I remember she saying the owner was saying something about the cheese. They import it from Mexico. Like, some ingredients. So it's like, it tastes different. Like, from there, legit. I recommend the tostada. It comes with, like, it's a tostada with, like, potato and then some meat and then lettuce and then a little caldo that goes on top. Oh. You, like, pour the caldo on top.
Okay.
And it's so good.
Okay.
Like, that was my favorite.
What's that dish called?
I think it's just under tostada.
Tostada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take my boyfriend because he loves mariscos. His family's from Nayarit, and they're big on, like,
seafood but too. About the mariscos, so there's this ceviche, and it has, like, octopus in it, and it has coconut in it as well, and it's so good. And it comes in a coconut, too.
It comes in a coconut. You know what that reminded me when you said, like, oh, it took me back to my childhood, and, like, the memory of it? Remember Ratatouille? When the guy, what's his name? Ego, the food critic? Like, he tasted the dish, and then, like, he went back to, like, his childhood.
That was me.
That was you. You know what? You're, like, the modern day, like, food critic.
Really?
Don't you think?
A little bit, I feel like. Yeah.
So, okay.
I think so. On the down low though.
No, I think you are.
No, I am. Like me and my husband will go to a restaurant and criticize every little thing. Not in a mean way, but like we're like, oh, this could do a little better. Like they should have done this.
More sazon. Yeah.
You know.
Have you ever gone to a place that you wanted to shoot content at and you ended up not liking it?
Not liking it.
You're like, ooh, I don't know about this.
I would say like the vibe of the restaurant.
Okay.
And a little bit of the food too. So I was invited to go to this restaurant, and this was when I didn't have that many followers. Like I probably had maybe like 2,000, 3,000 followers. I went to a restaurant, and it was for breakfast.
Okay.
And it was just too crazy in the morning. Like
the vibes
loud,
were
just not it for me. Like it was loud. Like you can't even hear the person next to you.
Oh gosh.
And like everyone was drinking like hardcore liquor in the morning, and I'm just like, I don't know how y'all could do this, but like I'm barely waking up.
Yeah.
And this is what everyone's on right now. Like, sorry, that's just not for me. But yeah.
So do you still post it then?
Yeah, I still posted it because it's like, I mean, maybe people like that, like obviously, because like everyone was there, it was packed. So I'm like, hey, like, I think this is what, because I'm so different. I feel like compared to like the culture, like people my age, I'm very different from the people my age. You know, I'm a little bit more mature, and I'm not a party person like that, crazy like that.
Honestly,
like
same. I was like,
I'm definitely more chill. Like I like to go to a restaurant that's like quiet and peaceful, and like I can have good food. Like that's how I am. Yeah. Unless it's like a hole in the wall where they're playing like some Mexican music and you're just vibing and you're just eating some good food. Like I'm about that. Yeah. But if there was like something wrong with my food or like really bad, where I'm like, I legit can't post this. Like this is catfish. Like, I wouldn't post it.
You wouldn't post it.
Yeah, I would like talk to them.
All the places that you have on there, they're like, okay,
good
stuff.
For
approved.
Sure.
Monica approved.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What has been one of like your favorite spots so far that you're like, oh shit, this is good. This is so good.
I would have to say the tacos y mariscos. Like,
really?
That's why I brought it up early, because it's like, it's so good. Like that hits home for me. Like that hits my heart. Okay. Like my nana's no longer here anymore. And so just eating that food really reminded me of her. And it's like, it was just a beautiful moment to like, because I didn't know I was going to come across food that tasted like that. Like, you know.
So similar to what you were used to.
Exactly.
Like someone literally took it out of your family's kitchen probably.
Literally.
You know?
Literally, and it felt like that too. Like when you walk in, like the aesthetic and the vibes and the tables, like, oh, it just reminded me of like, my mom's hometown and like where she grew up. So it's just like, that place for sure. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm going to dig into the sope. Do you
to
want a sope, girl? You can have a sope.
Yeah, I'll try one.
Here you go.
Now I'm going to have more food on my plate.
Yes. The sope, I am so excited. I haven't had sopes in a long time. Isn't it crazy, though, how, like, we're from Mexico, but, like, different regions have, like, different, like, dishes. Like, my family's from
traditions, too.
Jalisco, yeah. And, like, for example, in Sonora, they have it with the flour tortilla de tacos and then the cabbage.
Oh, really?
But if you go with us, like, it's like this. Like, you know, cilantro, cebolla, your corn tortilla. And, or, like, they have, like, different dishes. Like, I remember my sister's godmother. She's from El DF. La Ciudad de Mexico.
Oh, I've been there before.
Yeah? You're going to have to put me on to some good spots because I've been wanting to go there.
I've been wanting to go there. We should go.
Oh, my God. We should go.
I've been literally telling my friend like a year ago. Let's go. Let's
do that. Yes. Oh,
I'm so down.
You know what? I am so down because the churros there I hear are so good. And then there's this one girl I was seeing on, do you know the makeup girl, Sarai? I love Sarai is her Instagram name. Anyway, she went recently and I follow her. There's this hot chocolate that is like so smooth and creamy, and then you dip your churro in it.
Oh my god,
so good, huh?
Yes.
So good.
Oh, I remember like when I went, I was younger. I was like probably in 8th grade, and so my tío, he had a house in Mexico City, and then he also had another big house in Puebla.
Oh, nice.
And so I got to go to both. And I remember when we were walking down Mexico City, he was like showing us everywhere. And over there, I remember it was like some type of insect. Was it a cricket?
That you eat?
Yeah.
Algo así. Un grillo.
It's like, it's like a cricket or something with like chile or something. Oh, they put something on it. Yeah, my cousins were eating it. And I was like in shock. I was like, no, I'm not eating that.
Did you try it?
No. Maybe I will this time. I don't know. Like,
I mean, a lot of
so
people,
different.
it's like a delicacy.
It is.
I don't know. If you've tried it, let us know what it tastes like.
Yeah, let me know.
Maybe like chicken? You think it tastes like
chicken? Absolutely no. Like I feel like it's like crunchy. Like it has to be like a chip. Like Like maybe like a little chip with like a little squishy center.
Ew. I can't with anything that just like oozes out like juice. Ew. That is so gross.
If we go together, we have to try it, and then we'll do a video, and we'll let everyone know.
Okay, guys, we'll do.
We'll think about it.
I'm a picky eater. Are you a picky eater?
Yeah, I am.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll try things, like a little taste, just to
Yeah.
see, like if it's something new that I haven't tried, like. But
no,
I'm picky.
I'm picky.
I'm super picky.
And I admit it, picky eater over here. Like even when I was like a kid, my mom would be like, I was so skinny. Like, and I think now looking back, it was like my OCD that I was very like, no, I don't want to eat that because tiene quemado ahí. Or I don't want to, like very,
that
very,
was
like,
me too.
Yes.
With everything, like the bread, the tortillas.
Yes. It's like if it was too toasted, if it was too whatever, like
Yeah.
no. Or if it looked funny. I'm all about like cleaning and stuff. Like I'm a
Yeah.
germaphobe. And if I saw a place that didn't look like it was clean, I'm like, nope, not gonna.
Really? But those are the best types of places to go get
With the
food,
letter
low
C
key.
rating? I don't know. If I see a letter C on the window, I'm like,
Well,
I'm
not with the C rating, but like I feel like those hole in the walls where they look kind of like sketch, like you pull up and it looks kind of sketchy. I'm telling you,
the
there's
best
like there's a nana in the back or there's a mom in the back like making the
They're
food.
really putting their foot in
yeah.
it. Oh
Literally.
my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, but we should definitely go
Yeah.
to
So I remember like we went to like a museum there. It was like really cool. It was like covered in butterflies. They probably don't have that now, but like
here?
no, in Mexico City.
Okay.
Because my tío was like showing us everywhere.
Mhm.
He was like walking around with us everywhere, showing
was
us
this
around.
What was that?
In Mexico City.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Mexico City. And then yeah, I just remember like he would like take us to like these dessert shops and like we would like get like I can't remember what they're called, panuelos?
Oh,
Or it's like
Viñuelos.
yeah, pinuelos.
Viñuelos?
Something like that.
Is that right, Manny?
Pinuelos?
Viñuelos? Bañuelos?
Something like that. But
Something
it's
like
like
that, yeah.
I think it's a tortilla.
Buñuelos.
Okay, yeah.
With the U. Okay.
So
okay.
that with like I think they put like lichera on it. Or you can ask like
Oh,
for different
yes.
things.
I know.
But
So
yeah.
a buñuelo is like I don't even know. Why am I gonna lie? But it's like a sweet, like little thing. I don't know what the base is. Is it like
It's
a
kind of like a
that they
tortilla
deep fry?
churro.
Algo así.
Yeah,
huh?
like that's how I would describe it.
And then they drizzle like lechera, caramel, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes honey. So it's like this sweet little thing. It
Cajeta.
Cajeta.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh
so
my
good.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God, all the good food.
Mhm.
I love being Mexican. Like I feel like we have some really good stuff. You know.
We do. I'm a proud Mexican too. Like I have a little white in me, but shoot, I'm a proud Latina. Like I represent it.
Our people know how
Yeah.
to cook.
They do.
You know,
Like-
do you cook?
Okay, I cook a little bit, but
Okay.
nothing too crazy because my mom, she makes amazing food.
Yeah.
She really does. Like she makes a lot of like sopas and like
Mm.
albóndigas.
I'm not a fan
Steak
of
picado.
albóndigas.
Oh my gosh, I need to bring you my mom's.
Really?
Yes, it's so good. So I wanted to learn her recipes, but they're so long.
They are.
They take forever. I'm
or
like,
they have like a lot of seasonings that you're like,
yes,
you go to the store and buy the seasoning and it's like $20 later of seasonings that you're only going to use one time.
exactly.
I know the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like go over to my mom's and it's like, okay, I need this. I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah, my mom, she makes all different types of caldo de pollo, like all types of like sopitas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is she a stay-at-home mom?
She's like, no, she wasn't at the time.
Really?
She started becoming like, she retired early. She retired like when she was like, I think like 48, around there. So when I was in high school, she retired early.
Mm.
Yeah. So when we were younger, she worked a lot, and but like once we were in high school, she retired early, and it was just me, my sister, and my mom. Yeah. So
Wow.
she did always have like a nice warm meal at the table for us when we got home from school, which was so nice.
Now that I'm older, I realize how lucky I was because my mom, igual, like every day, a different meal. We don't really eat leftovers, and I can say, yes, I'm picky, but I also don't like leftovers. And I think that's why, because we're not used to it, because my mom had something new every single day. And now that I'm older and now I have to cook at my household, I'm like, dang, I don't know where you found the energy to do it, because it takes like so long and so much time, so much effort. Sometimes you get home from work, sometimes you whatever. And it's like, Mom, thank you for cooking us meals every day, because honestly, like it's una chinga. Like
Yeah.
really, you know.
And when I was little, I didn't appreciate it.
I know.
I'm like, sopita again, Mom? Like, really?
Again,
Like, I really
we're
have to
having
eat
this
again?
again. Yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, you know, you just pull out of your sleeve whatever you have, you know,
Yeah.
too.
And then now I'm like, my mom is my hero. Like,
Aw.
literally, like, I'm like, dang, like, now that I'm getting older, I realize everything that my mom did, like, her hard work.
Yeah.
And just being a good mom and being a supporter. Like, my mom had to fill 2 roles. And so watching that, I'm like, how did she do it? Literally.
Yeah.
And, like, she showed me so much through her grit. And, like, yeah, that's where I get it from, my mom, for sure. Like, I definitely owe all my hard work and who I am to my mom. I wouldn't be, like, the person I am without my mom.
Oh.
And that's so crazy to think because, like, I remember driving home and I was thinking about my mom and, like, how great of a mom she was and, like, everything that she did in her life and, like, how much she loves us and how much she taught us. And my mom's very traditional. And I just remember driving home, like, how can I give that to my kids? What she gave me, like, how can I even come close? Like, I hope that I will, but I'm just, like, thinking about, like, how can I come close for everything? Her sacrifice, you know? It's just crazy. Like,
they made it look so easy, huh? That now that it's, like, our turn, it's like, oh, shit, am I going to be able to, like, do it equally as, you know?
right.
Like,
It's
with
scary to think about because it's,
I
like, dang, like, when
know.
you really see everything that they did. And that's what we saw. We don't even know what happened behind closed doors.
Yes, I know. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. I know. We love our mamas. Thank you to our mamas. Like,
Yeah, shout out to our moms.
shout out to our moms. They made us the women that we are.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
And
1000%.
not to, like, toot our horn, but they did a good job.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
really did.
They really did. Like, you don't get a parent's manual on how to raise kids.
You
but
don't.
thankfully, like, we turned out pretty good, I would like to
Yeah.
say, you know?
Yeah, were your parents from Mexico too? Like, did they come here? Yeah, same for my
Yeah.
mom.
So
Yeah.
my mom, my dad came when he was in middle school. Oh, when he was 10. They came over here. And then my mom, she came when she was 18. So it was much harder for her to learn the language because she didn't go to school here.
Yeah.
But thankfully, like, you have a conversation with my mom, like, and she can answer back in
Same.
English.
My mom learned when she came. She learned. Like, she hit the books.
Pusieron las pilas, yes.
Literally, she learned, and like she's the only one out of my whole family because my mom has a lot of siblings.
Yeah.
She came from a big family.
Did she come by herself?
I think so. Like, there was some family here, but I think she, like, definitely came by
Dude,
herself.
can you imagine, like, just, like, leaving your home, leaving a completely different country, not knowing if you're going to be able to come back at some point, you know?
Yeah, my mom was the only one to learn English. And there's some tias that live here that still don't know English, like, fluently, and they've lived here for so many years. Which is crazy to me. I'm like, to be in a whole different country and not know the language for so long. Like,
imagine.
that's hard. I
Not
feel like
being
that's
able to
harder
ask
for yourself.
help or,
yeah.
like, yeah.
And then just, like, use help from, like, your kids to, like, translate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of work to learn English. And it's a hard language.
It does.
So,
like, I was raised with Spanish, and when I went to school, like, I didn't know any English, and then in kindergarten I learned English. But at ASU, I had to learn Italian, and that shit is so hard. Like, learning a new language is so hard as an adult. As a kid, you pick it up because you're a sponge, right?
Yeah.
But, like, ya cuando se hacía más grande, it's like, what is, you know, like.
You're making your brain think more.
You're making your brain think more. And, like, ask me what I remember from
nothing.
2 years of Italian, and I remember cheese and vacuum.
Really? Not even hello?
And
How do you say hello?
Hola? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't remember.
That's funny.
I think it's, like, different if it's, like, day or night. I think it's buonasera or something like that.
You want to know something crazy?
Buongiorno. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Buongiorno.
What is it?
So my mom didn't teach me Spanish.
Really?
Because of my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, when my mom and dad were together when I was younger, he didn't really, like, let my mom speak Spanish. Not, like, in a way, like, he just didn't understand it. So he's like, that's not going to be, like, the
useful, I
guess. Like, the language that we're speaking in the house. Like, it's going to be English. And so, like, I remember, like, always going to Mexico and, like, wanting to talk to them, but not being able to. And, like, I would, like, just sit there and, like, want to, but it's like, oh, what am I going to say? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So I remember in 6th grade, that's when I was like, no, I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm going to learn Spanish. So from 6th grade all the way to college, I took Spanish classes and stuff like that, and that's how I learned. And also, like, watching novelas, too. But, yeah, and then now I talk to my family. I'm able to, like, hold a conversation, you know?
Nice.
But, yeah.
It's so different. Like, I don't know if this happens to you, but when I go to Mexico, like, I think my Spanish is pretty good. But when I go to Mexico, I'm like, ooh, you're throwing at me some big words.
You're like, what's that? Can you explain?
And then it's like you get insecure a little bit because you're like, oh shit, like
it's like
words that you don't use on a daily basis.
And they're slang too. They have specific slang, and you're like, oh, what does that mean? Like,
I know, or like dichos, like little like phrases, and you're like, okay, what does that exactly mean?
Yeah.
Like my mom is big on dichos, and like I've said a few here on the show, but like. Yeah, it's like some new things or like just like different accents too, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, this soap is good.
Yeah, okay, let me try it.
Yes.
You've been talking so much. Okay, let's see.
The tea is good, that's why. Do you like watching mukbang videos? You do?
I haven't watched them recently, but when I was younger, I would.
I
They
love
were more
good...
popular back then, I feel like.
They were more popular? Really? I see them on my TikTok all the time. And I'm just so nosy.
Yeah.
I'm always like, ooh, what are they eating today? Like, I love a good mukbang video. Like, I feel like we're mukbanging right now. we kind of are.
The ASMR.
The ASMR. Here's a chip for you guys. Here's a chip.
Hear it.
That
was perfect.
Thank you. But, so, what is your goal? Like, with this platform
girl,
you have?
We could be here all day with all my goals.
Really?
I'm like barely getting started. I'm still young.
Barely scratching the surface. You are young. We are young.
I'm 24, so
yeah.
Yeah, so so I want to do so much in different areas.
Did you go to school for marketing? No? Okay.
I went to ASU for psychology.
No way. So did you at one point want to be like a psychologist or a counselor or something?
Yeah, I wanted to become a counselor or like a therapist, which is so funny because I remember taking a class at ASU, and it was kind of like career pathways or something like that in psychology, and it was a class where you can like learn about like all the like career options that you can like
pursue.
That's a better word. In psychology, and they touched base on a little bit of marketing. And I remember like, that's kind of interesting. Like I would never think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I love like social media and like creating content and posting. Like I've always loved that since I was a little girl, like literally.
And then you had your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Too. Or what age did you start that?
I was like 16 or 17. There was somebody in high school, and I saw that she had her own YouTube channel. And that was something that I've always wanted to do. And so I was like, you know what? Like, let me go talk to her, be friends with her, like get to know her, because that's so cool. Like, I feel like I'm always like that. Like, I always like want to be friends with people that like I want to do, not to copy them but just to know more. Yeah, like I'm inspired by you. Like, let me get to know you, you know? And so she like helped me. Like, she brought her camera and her tripod, and she showed me how to edit to my house.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my gosh, you're like the best.
Are you still friends with her right now?
No, we're not anymore.
I wonder if she still does YouTube.
I think she's maybe. I know she like creates content and stuff like with her friends and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, so that's kind of how I learned.
You started like vlogging, and now you kind of do like a different type of style.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to become an influencer. I just never thought it would be in food first.
Okay.
I thought it was always gonna be in like beauty or something like that, like lifestyle. But
so is that the end goal? Like, I wouldn't say end goal because we always have goals, but is that like the goal at some point, like pivoting to that?
Yeah, I mean, I always see myself creating content, so I definitely think I'm gonna stick with food for a long time, and then I'm gonna start working my way through like beauty and lifestyle, and then when I start a family, like family content, like I just love it. Like I feel like I can do all these things. Like I don't want to put myself in a box.
Yeah, no, never put yourself in a box.
Yeah,
and I feel like we're always evolving. Like, what we want now may not be what we want in, like, 10 years.
Very true. Right? Or, like, doors can open in different areas of your life that you never thought they would open. And then you're just like, oh, wow, like, this is amazing. Like, I never saw myself doing this, but here I am.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. And I'm manifesting so much for you. Like, honestly.
Yeah, and this influencer stuff is just the beginning. Like, I definitely want to do so much, like, especially with real estate. I definitely want to, like, get into real estate, and whether that's, like, having Airbnbs or, like, just
flipping houses.
Yeah, flipping houses, or like even like buying homes and having them being rented out. Like I feel like there's so much to do with real estate, and it's always like
such a hot market. I feel like they're like, oh, right now the market is really hot or whatever. I feel like whatever period, like siempre la gente va a ocupar casa. Siempre you're always gonna have to find a place to live, and I think like it's such, especially as like us that we don't work like a typical job,
No,
like, and we work for ourselves. Like, these are our like retirement fund, basically, if you really see it that way. You know, it's like we don't.
For sure. Like, think smarter, not harder. For sure. That's
think
how I.
Smarter, not harder. Yes.
That's for me. I'm like, okay, I like come up with all these ideas of like how to like make money. Like, well, you have to like work hard, but like a smart way of making money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like doing your research and really know what you're doing.
El que quiere puede. Like, honestly, if you have like the grit, the ambition, like you can do anything. You really
if you have that, then because to have nice things is not easy.
It's not. It's not. And it's not all like money doesn't make you happy, but it does give you comfort. Yeah. Like it's a tool. Give you stability.
It's a tool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, money does not bring happiness, that's for sure.
Yeah. What do you want people to know about Monica Davis?
Ooh. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like that question can be answered in different ways.
Whatever your heart is pulling you into answering that right now.
I would say I'm definitely, right now, I feel like I want to be a person to definitely empower women. I feel like God's really pouring that into my heart. So this is crazy, but I'm gonna start like a women's Bible study soon.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like online or in person?
In person.
For people who are interested, can you give them more details?
Yeah. So me and my husband, we do a young adults group at our church, and I feel like God has really like just poured this into my heart because I've had a lot of friendships that weren't good, and my best friend recently passed away. And so it was so hard for me because of the friend group that she was surrounding herself with, wasn't the greatest. And I'm like, if I can like create a space for women to like gather, not only like, yes, to read the Bible, to learn what the Bible says, what God says, but then also like be good friends to one another and like pray for one another and like do life with one another and like just this strong community of women in faith. I think it's so powerful, and I think it's needed. It's really needed.
It really
because there's a lot of fake friends out there, and I want there to be a community of women that are true, genuine friends that don't gossip, that don't like, like
have hate, don't have any negativity.
They're not envious of each other. Like, no, like I want women to like empower one another, be there for one another, So yeah, I have a friend that I want to fast for. So I have like, I don't know what day yet, but I want to fast for her, just for her life and, that she finds somebody. So yeah, so I'm that type of friend that like, I got your back for real. And I will pray for you. I'll be there for you. Like, I want to be that type of friend. If you can't find a good friend, be that good friend. So yeah, so that's what I'm about to do soon. But Monica Davis, like me, I don't know. I feel like I'm just this person that, like you said, like I'm very ambitious. I like to go after what I want. When it comes to my food page, I definitely want to showcase and highlight a bunch of good restaurants and owners. I love the relationships that I've built with them. When it comes to like my personal page, like I love fashion and beauty, and yeah, like I love everything. Like I'm all about life and being around good people, good food, like creating memories, and just reaching for the stars and doing what I want to do. Like goals and like going after it and like not stopping. And once you accomplish that goal, go for another one. Like I just want to be that person that can inspire other people. And if it's women, like I feel like it's specifically towards women, but that could be for anyone. To be like, dang, like I see her doing it, like I want to do that too. And there's a lot of people that have inspired me, like for example my mom, so if I can inspire one person, it means a lot. But yeah.
Well, I love that. And honestly, when you were saying the first part of it, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so inspiring when you were talking about, your Bible study group. And you really are. And I feel like this podcast, like we were talking about, like everything happens for a reason. And I'm so glad I met you because honestly, you're just like so pure and honest. And I feel like you wear your heart on your sleeve. I thought it was going to be like, talking about food and everything. But through the conversation, I realized like dude, you're just like a pure soul.
Aw,
like, which the
thank
world
you.
needs more
That's what
of
so many
people like
have
that.
been telling me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like, thank you so much. Like, it means the world. Like, that's the best compliment when they compliment your soul, like who you are. And I feel like there's so many like sides of me, like truly, like I love so many things and I'm passionate about so many things. And like, I will continue to be passionate about like new things. Like, I love trying new things out, new experiences, like traveling, like meeting new people. Like, I'm all about that. And I'm all about growing.
Yes.
And every aspect of my life, I'm growing and I want to grow. I don't want to be stagnant. And I feel like there's so much in this world to do and to learn and to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm that type of person. That's who I am. Yeah.
We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep growing. And thank you for being here.
Yeah,
I hope
so
this was fun.
I
hope you had fun.
Yeah, I was so nervous.
So tell people where they can find you.
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram at Monica Easy Eats. And then my personal page, if you want to follow me there, is Monica Francis Flores.
So you already know where to find our girl. If you want hot spots to, you know, go get your food, go for dinner, brunch, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Follow Monica AZ Eats. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. Oh my God. I feel like we're friends now.
Yes.
And if we go to Mexico, you guys have to follow our page and our journey. We'll post stuff about it. And
vlogs on YouTube.
Little vlogs. Yes. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you are. Please go out there and inspire someone. And like Monica said, if you can't find a good friend, be that good friend, you know, ending it on that note. So thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you here back next week on Wednesday. Bye. Bye, guys.